And now, another hour of local entertainment.
Real local radio.
But look out, here comes trouble. Out in California, they're going to have some warm weather tomorrow, gang wars, and some very overpriced real estate.
Scorchio.
Not off. Siggo, Siggo.
Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside.
Hi. I'm William Mapother, the actor who played the role of Ethan Rom in the TV show extravaganza named Lost, and you're listening to Gravity FM's very own Rob the Dormouse.
It's Rob the Dormouse in the house. From the East Wolds to the West Wolds.
Lying in bed, I shouldn't have said, but there it is. You see, it's all clear. You are meant to be here. From the beginning. Not been so cruel, not being such a fool. Whatever was done is done, I just can't recall. It doesn't matter at all. You see, it's all clear. You are meant to be here. From the beginning.
So, Rob, did you have something that you wanted to ask William, or did you
Yeah, okay, so you'll have to excuse me because it's 4 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm quite
Oh, my
tired.
God, you poor guy.
And I've been working on the podcast production for 24 hours now, almost non-stop.
Oh.
So I'm very tired, so you'll please excuse me if I kind of slur and you don't understand me. So, yeah, I think I'll let Michelle do the fun ones, but I thought let's watch the Namaste episode, you know, and get some kind of tips on the questions. And obviously Lost it's well known. I mean, it's the greatest show ever as we're all concerned, but it's well known for the continuity errors. And when we were watching, I don't know if you've been asked this before, but when we were watching the episode, it dawned on us. So Ethan, it wasn't exactly Namaste where Ethan was born. It was in the previous episode, but it dawned on us. Ethan, 77. That's 27 years between the first season of Lost. I don't know if it ever dawned on you that they chopped your age from about, what was it, 12 years?
Yeah, that was mentioned a few times, and I was actually aware of it. Of course, like most actors, you know, I didn't object much to them making me a lot younger than I was. But yes,
27.
Well, that's very generous of you. Thank you. But yes, it did dawn on me. I saw it mentioned in a few boards. I mean, you know, in the early years, some of the other actors and I would go on some of the boards. I can't remember. There was one that was really popular that I would interact with. And so people would mention those things. And you're absolutely right. And I don't know, I don't recall the details well enough to know if that was something that could have been avoided, or if, again, there were just so many moving parts and different chronologies that had to be synchronized that sooner or later something had to give.
Yeah, I think the storyline was so complex it had to do somewhere along the line.
I think that you're exactly right, and you know, it happens with almost every movie or TV show. I've been on, both sides of it, where I'm a fan and I recognize something, and where I'm participating in developing, creating, telling the story. And I can tell you that if you watch most TV shows or films closely, there's just always something that is either totally impossible or highly improbable because of the elapse of time. It's just really difficult. So especially on a show like this, I think it was probably unavoidable, and hopefully it didn't get in the way of, you know, most people enjoying it.
Not at all. It didn't affect my view of the show, and it was interesting. No. So I didn't really think about that, you know, until Rob and I were talking about it yesterday and today, and I really think that just wasn't really that big of a deal.
Well, good.
I think most people wouldn't have noticed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, some of those Losties have got quite analytical minds, so it's hard to fool us. But I don't think it spoiled the story in any way, no.
Oh, good. I hope not.
Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you've got a message for him. This is kind of a two-part interview on the previous one, and we thought we couldn't top that one. We had Mike Panera, who panned Right Captain Right, which was in the Namaste episode.
Okay.
Well, if you want to send a bit of a message.
Originally from Iron Butterfly. Bruce Iron Butterfly.
That episode was right after Amy gave birth to Ethan, and was the first time they mentioned what they were going to name you. So that was really your first introduction to, chronologically, in 1977 to the show. So they had that song in that episode.
Sailed up from the San Francisco Bay, rolled off of the ship, and here's what they had to say. We're calling everyone to ride along to another shore.
my gosh. That's wow. You guys, I mean, you guys should have all been in the writer's room.
We're crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the degree to which you're familiar with the show is really impressive.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into this podcast.
You what?
We put a lot
of work into the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I can tell. I can only imagine. Let me ask you guys, how many times would you say that each of you has seen the series all the way through?
Oh my goodness. I've been watching and rewatching ever since it began, like ever since it ended. Literally, William, I watch it, and as soon as it ends, I watch it again.
Well, let me ask you. And of course, that's every film. That's every creator's dream, is that they create something that is so compelling that it bears up under repeated watching. So let me ask you, what do you think it is that makes the show so compelling and so watchable and rewatchable?
Well, it's a complex storyline, isn't it? Like we said before, it's so involved and complex. If you're intelligent, it gets the mind working.
Yeah.
I can't even really find the words. I mean, there's just so many things about that show that set it apart from everything else for me, and for probably the majority of the Losties out there. It's incredible. It has so much rewatch value. You know, it's just, there's always something. I catch new things in the show, and I mean, it's been over for 6 years now, and
I think so.
Still always find something new that I hadn't seen before.
Wow!
So it's just incredibly done.
Well, they did do a good job, and I know they worked their tails off. So I'm really happy that it bears up, as I said, under repeated watching, because you see there are a lot of shows we've all seen, and it's a one and done. You see it once and then you're finished.
That's true.
Exactly.
Speaking of rewatching episodes, I haven't watched it quite as many times as Crystal, but I've seen it a few times. And getting ready for the podcast today, of course, I'd like to watch a little bit of a lost episode. And I just have to say that fight scene with you and Jack, you have some great moves. You kicked them, you got them right in the head with your foot. It was just incredible.
Well, thank you. Well, all right, I'm going to be honest. Some of that was me, and some of it was my stunt double, which maybe you guys already suspected.
You have a great double.
Yeah, he's a great guy, Mike, and I don't know if we've worked together since then, but he did a terrific job, and it makes perfect sense. They didn't want to risk having me in there swinging arms and feet right near their star actor's face. So, especially because if there was rain and the ground is slippery and there's emotion going on, and we didn't get that long to rehearse the choreography. So it makes a lot of sense in times like that. So I did some of it, but this is my shout out to my stunt double.
Oh,
right.
It looked good.
They made you look good.
Well, thank you.
It did.
Thank you very much.
So, Rob, did you want me to ask any of those other questions?
Yeah, go on. I feel a bit silly about those, but one's quite important, but Michelle will put those to you.
The first one or the second one?
No, I do both of them.
Do both of them. Okay, so here's where we get a little silly. So we'll kind of end things here, William. Rob, like you said, he's been working very hard. He's the producer of our podcast. He works very, very hard behind the scenes as well as being on the show. And he says he has a very, very complex question that every Lost fan needs to know the answer to. So
okay, this is a hell of a build-up.
This is a build-up. Okay, so his question is a question mark. And the reason why, you want to tell him why, Rob?
Well, it's an episode, isn't it? Lost question mark.
Yeah, that was an episode of Lost. And I told you it was going to be silly, and then just to make it a little bit more silly.
I like that. Very inventive.
She's very creative, Rob.
That is funny. I don't even know how to respond to that. I think maybe silence is the best response.
That sounds good. We have one more question.
Hey, it's me. Lunch tomorrow? How about the Fox and Hounds in Old Somerby? I went yesterday, had the best sizzling sirloin steak ever, loaded with scampi. They call it the surf and turf. It was fantastic and was grilled just how I like it. And it won't break the bank either. I even had change for another pint. And the staff were brilliant too. They couldn't do enough for us. Call in Monday to Friday for various offers, including kids eat for £1, or feed a family of 4 for just £11, or free soft drink with every burger. Call in anytime for a warm, friendly welcome. The Fox and Hounds, Old Somerby Grantham, making good times go further.
We only MOT. We don't repair or service cars, we only MOT. And our unique no pass, no pay policy means that we want your car to pass its test as much as you do. Conditions apply, see website for details. weonlymot.co.uk.
weonlymot.co.uk. If your car doesn't pass, then you don't pay.
Robert Holland Funeral Directors are a long-established family-run business, a professional, compassionate and local service. We're here to support you and your family throughout your loss. Grantham's only fully qualified and independent funeral directors with over 100 years of experience. We'll be with you from the time that your loved one passes away and all of the way through the funeral process. Funeral plans are also available. For assistance 24 hours a day, please call Robert Holland Funeral Directors on 01476 594422 or visit our website at www.roberthollandfunerals.co.uk for helpful advice. Some things just need to be right.
From Grantham, Lincolnshire, feel the music, Gravity FM.
We have one more question, and it's a question. Rob would like you. You may have not even met him once, but the next time you see Kevin Durand, Keeney,
Yeah.
Can you please ask him for Rob if he makes good Easter eggs?
Okay. I do see Kevin. As a matter of fact, I made a little independent film with him a couple years after Lost ended.
Great.
About a very famous Canadian bank robber.
Uh-huh.
And I saw him there, but I don't know if I've seen him in a while. But next time I do, I will ask him. Rob, a very tired Rob, wants to know if you make good Easter eggs.
So that's a throwback to when he was making eggs. When he was making
If he
eggs,
makes eggs.
Lost.
He makes good eggs.
Oh, if he makes good eggs, okay.
He makes good eggs.
He does make good eggs, but we want to know if he makes good Easter eggs because this is an Easter-themed episode.
God.
Of our podcast.
Totally understand.
I told you it was
Kevin,
silly.
do you make good Easter eggs?
Right. That's the important
I think
part.
I can do that.
Okay, awesome.
The ghost of the mist was on the field, the grey and the green together. The noise of a distant farm machine, out of the first light came the tattered necklace of hedge and trees on the southern side of the hill. The trays were the bar.
You've been incredible. Crystal, Rob, any final thing or?
Oh yeah, what we'll do is we're gonna carry on in like just a bit of close up and talk about future episodes, but we'll be sure to send you that so you can listen to and vet if there's anything you'd rather not us talk about, so you can vet and we can edit out if you would rather it be edited out.
We can send you the recording, yeah.
Oh, you're very thoughtful. I'm fine with everything we've discussed. I don't think I don't have a desire to cut anything out. You guys might want to cut out some of my long rambling answers.
Not at all.
I
love it.
But I don't have anything I'd like to cut out. Send me a link when it's up, and I'll send it out over my various social media outlets.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
wonderful.
Thank you, William.
So much. You've been so kind.
Thank you all very much.
I mean, you haven't heard my sense of humour. When you hear my kind of what sense of humour in the close-ups, you might think differently.
Well, you got a lot of post-production is very, very powerful. So be kind to me.
We will always. And thank you
all right,
so
you guys.
much.
Thank you so much, and I'll repeat again. Thank you for watching.
Brilliant.
Thank you, William, so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a lovely evening. Rob, get some damn sleep. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you guys.
Oh wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
Awesome
Just when we
interview,
thought it couldn't get better with Mike Panera, it goes and gets better.
I know. Well, William is always awesome. I'm so humbled and honored that I even have the ability to interview him. You know I've mentioned this before, that this wasn't the first time I've spoken to him. I did see him at a Lost convention right after the first season, and he's always been the kindest, most generous actor I've ever had a conversation with, honestly.
He was very sweet and very funny.
Yes, he is. He's a good sport. Well, Rob,
I listened to the...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I listened to the Mike Panera interview, and that was incredible. I sure wish I could have been a part of that.
Well, this was even better.
Yeah, well, we wanted you.
Even better.
We wanted you to be, and we had it scheduled for the Saturday, which you were on, but for some reason Mike got the date mixed up. So we were really sorry to miss you on that podcast also.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
about you, but I don't know about you, but I don't know about you lot, but I've had a beaming smile on my face right throughout all that interview.
Oh, definitely, always. He's hilarious. He's hilarious, and yes, Crystal, you were with us in spirit on that. We really missed you.
Thank you.
So I'm so glad you at least could make it for this one, because this one is really incredibly excellent. So I know we're running out of time, Rob. You had a few things you wanted to do. We only have about 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we've got two songs to play. Yeah, so we've got two songs to play, kind of topical. If we want to go straight into, let's go straight into the hanging tree, because let me do a bit of a talk up first. Obviously, this is the hanging tree, and if we remember, in season 1 is Charlie was on the tree by Ethan. So being a big fan of this band, it seemed to make sense. Plus, if you look at the album cover, it's got a man in black riding a not penny's farthing bike.
Oh.
If you listen to the lyrics of the album, it's quite unbelievable, because this is 6 years before season 1. It's got mentions of wilderness born from the torture of souls. It mentions lost, the word lost throughout the album. So it's quite uncanny. It makes you think, did the writers actually listen to this album? Probably not. But it's so uncannily the Lost storyline, because it's a concept album, which Steve will know about, the absent Steve will know about. And yeah, so let's go straight into that and get a bit of a rest, and then we can play the other song.
Okay, so this is The Hanging Tree by Arena, and we're going to play this for you all now. It's about 7 minutes, so here we go.
Walk along the waterfall, watching as the world turns red. Wonder where the river flows, and the blood on the riverbed. Poison lies too close to us, reach across the salt and the sand, moving deeper into river flows, the copper face remains unseen. Ignorance has failed to cleanse. Reach across the salt and the sand, moving deeper into the land. Crying as the earth cries out, weeping as the land decays. Wonder if I could have helped, maybe I'd have found a way. Poison lies too close to us, reach across the salt and the sand, moving deeper into the land. The branch of a tree that was waiting for something to preach, someone to teach. The word was the first and the last to be heard from the branch of the tree. It was praying for me to fall down. Of gold for a soul to be sold, and the heart of the tree was crying for me to come back.
Okay, so that was The Hanging Tree. And Rob, I think
yeah, and the artwork on that, Chris will probably know the name, is Hugh Syme. It's been an ambition of mine to get a Rush song on, but Hugh Syme created the artwork of that, and he created the artwork of so many Rush albums.
Oh. Right.
There is unrest in the forest, there is trouble with the trees, for the maples want more sunlight and the oaks ignore their pleas.
Trouble with the maples, and they're quite convinced they're right. They say the oaks are just too lofty, and they grab up all the light. But the oaks can't help their feelings if they like the way they're made, and they wonder why the maples can't be happy in their shade. There is trouble in the forest, and the creatures all have fled as the maples scream oppression, and the oaks just shake their heads.
Hey, Rob, probably
Yep.
don't have a lot of time, so we should go into
Yeah, we've got plenty of
the
time.
next
We've got
song.
plenty of time. We've got 3/4 of an hour. We've got 3/4 of an hour, Michelle. We've got plenty of time. We can
This
close
one
it
was
properly.
only set for 90 minutes, Rob.
Oh, really? Should have made it 2 hours. I've got a lot more to say. Anyway, so yeah, so it dawned on me when I was promoting it all today. Like I've been like the Dharma workman. I cannot underestimate. I've been non-stop for almost 24 hours on this.
Yeah.
To make this work. So to get the final touches of this polished off. So I'm absolutely knackered. Like I say, Dharma workman me today. Anyway, so yeah, it dawned on me when I was doing the promoting is I've used a meme. I thought this is a fun meme, and it dawned on me it's very much like the artwork on the recent IQ album Road of Bones.
That's right.
And I thought, well, we could play the one we've got already on the system, but it doesn't really make sense because it's a festive song. The only way it makes sense is because we could do the For Crystal's Sake again, but I thought I'll get in touch with them. I'll see if I can get in touch with the band members. Right, we've got 3 hours to go. I'll see if I can get in touch with a band member to get permission, and I actually did. So, and this we're talking about the giant of neo progressive rock here. So to get them that promptly was amazing. But anyway, so yeah, it reminds me so much of the artwork. If people listen to this, they know the band and they look at and they've seen my meme on the Lost Grooves, and they go and have a look at the recent IQ album Road of Bones. It's so similar.
It really is.
I've been a bit of a knucklehead behind the scenes of late. So, and you might want to edit this out. And Ethan Rob at times was a bit of a knucklehead. So let's go for knucklehead.
Hey, it's me. Lunch tomorrow? How about the Fox and Hounds in Old Somerby? I went yesterday, had the best sizzling sirloin steak ever, loaded with scampi. They call it the surf and turf. It was fantastic and was grilled just how I like it. And it won't break the bank either. I even had change for another pint. And the staff were brilliant too. They couldn't do enough for us. Call in Monday to Friday for various offers, including kids eat for £1, or feed a family of 4 for just £11, or free soft drink with every burger. Call in anytime for a warm, friendly welcome. The Fox and Hounds, Old Somerby Grantham, making good times go further.
We only MOT. We don't repair or service cars, we only MOT. And our unique no pass, no pay policy means that we want your car to pass its test as much as you do. Conditions apply, see website for details. weonlymot.co.uk.
weonlymot.co.uk. If your car doesn't pass, then you don't pay.
Robert Holland Funeral Directors are a long-established family-run business, a professional, compassionate and local service. We're here to support you and your family throughout your loss. Grantham's only fully qualified and independent funeral directors with over 100 years of experience. We'll be with you from the time that your loved one passes away and all of the way through the funeral process. Funeral plans are also available. For assistance 24 hours a day, please call Robert Holland Funeral Directors on 01476 594422 or visit our website at www.roberthollandfunerals.co.uk for helpful advice. Some things just need to be right.
From Grantham, Lincolnshire, feel the music, Gravity FM.
Okay, well, also, let's talk about the tour dates for IQ.
Oh, yeah.
Before we play the song.
Sorry, Neil.
They're going to be in
hang
Reichenbach,
on.
Germany.
Yeah, have you got that?
What's that, Rob?
Have you got them? Yeah, go ahead.
I've got them. Okay, so when we did contact them today, Rob contacted them. He asked if we could please promote their upcoming tour dates. So on April 1st, they're going to be in Reichenbach, Germany. On April 8th, they're going to be in Oslo, Norway. On April 9th, they're going to be in Malmö, Sweden. And in Reichenbach, they're going to be at the Art Rock Festival. In Oslo, it's at the John D. Ved Rockefeller. And in Malmö, it's at the Progressive Circus 2016. So, without further ado, we are going to play Knucklehead. Here we go.
any time of any day. Soon as I'm revived, thoughts take flight. Sometimes I'm dead inside. Sometimes I'm out of sight. Somebody out there decided I never should have got born. Deciphered the warnings, stopped and found it's a long way down. Toll taking, core shaking. And I don't condone this. Any answer I'll deny. Time when we're allowed to say goodbye. Though you were
Okay, that's Knucklehead.
Can you still hear? Yeah, that's a bit of a loud song. Jesus. And, I was a bit of a knucklehead again. I think I forgot to mention the arena title. It's actually called The Visitor, and that is it's a concept album. Like I say, Velocities want to check it out. And they will not believe the uncanniness of the lyrics towards the story of loss. So, The Visitor, if you can understand me with all the slurring at this time in the morning. The arena, The Visitor, you need to check that out, fellow Losties. And, we need to say night now. We're closing up, and as IQ probably just did it for us and said goodbye in the lyrics there. So, just a bit of a quick closer up and what we're going to do in the future. We've got, we're trying to get this Steve's side feature going called Pilkey's Ultimo Tour, and we've got someone set up for that maybe next week.
Great.
Or 2 weeks. Beyond that, I'm going to take a big rest. We've got the Halloween special. I think the most scariest proposition of that was, can we do it without Steve? And I think we proved it on this one. We can do it without Steve. I think we've absolutely proved it, and we made a fantastic job, and both of you made a brilliant job.
Thank you.
Well, thanks. And we certainly miss Steve, but we do understand with his new ventures going on that, it would be a conflict. But anything he can do as a contributor, he said that he would do his best, and we certainly look forward to any.
I don't think we need I don't know. He said he would do a few notes for back when we do our Halloween.
Yeah.
But after that, I don't know if we're going to need them. We'll see.
Well,
anyway,
still,
so just like to say,
he's been great.
Yeah?
He's made a really great podcast with us.
I'd just like to say all this work has absolutely made me realise what it's like to be William Mapother's surname minus the second of the letters. Did you get that one? Remove the second of the letters.
You're making me think, Rob.
It's being cryptic. Remove A and P. What do you get when you remove A and P from Mapother?
I gotta have pencil and paper.
Yeah, that's absolutely made me realise the work the mothers have to do this.
Oh,
it's a mother.
I totally have respect for females and their workload with families now after this.
Yeah, well, speaking of mothers, my mom is under the weather. I've been taking care of her, and I need to take care of her some more. So this is a good time to end the podcast for tonight. And thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Rob.
Have we got you in future, Crystal?
Thank you. Well wishes for your mother.
Thank you very much.
Have we got you in the future still, Crystal?
I'm not going anywhere as far as I can see now.
After this one, you've got to say we've got to do more after this.
Oh, we got to do more.
Yeah. Absolutely. Everyone's been great. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Good night, everybody.
I'll go and get some well-earned rest.
Yes, Rob, you definitely have earned it. And Crystal, thanks for everything you've done. And we're going to play out the show. And thank you, everybody, for joining us and for listening. And a special, special thank you to William Mapother for being our special guest on the podcast tonight. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Ta-da.